In the cold, unforgiving depths of space, survival depends on your strength and cunning. Introducing the FENRIR VIX, the apex of firepower and maneuverability from Volsung Industries. The FENRIR VIX is a wolf among the stars, a predator designed for the hunt, armed to the teeth with 6 devastating assault cannon turrets, each capable of tearing through even the most heavily armored foes. This ship is a force of nature, a harbinger of destruction. But the firepower doesn't stop there. 4 rapid-fire Gatling guns unleash a torrent of projectiles, shredding enemy defenses and turning ships into clouds of debris. And for those who dare to close the distance, 8 strategically placed interior turrets provide a devastating hail of fire, ensuring no enemy escapes unscathed, and providing potent point defense. To top it off, 2 powerful nose-mounted rocket launchers unleash a devastating barrage of missiles, capable of overwhelming even the most heavily defended targets. But the true terror lies within. The FENRIR Bite. Unpredictable and relentless, a single autonomous missile that will hunt its prey with unwavering determination. Built within the ship itself, the FENRIR Bite employs a cunning strategy. 8 decoys are strategically mounted to the missile's tail, designed to draw enemy fire away from the deadly warheads concentrated at the nose, ensuring a devastating strike on target. Designed for a 3-man crew, the FENRIR VIX offers unrivaled comfort and survivability. Airtight interior, artificial gravity, and ample storage ensure your crew remains at peak performance. The FENRIR VIX is more than just a weapon. It's a home away from home. The crew quarters offer a comfortable space to rest and recuperate between missions. A single bed provides a place to unwind, while advanced life support systems ensure the crew remains healthy and alert. Strategically placed viewports around the missile silo allow the crew to meticulously monitor the construction of the FENRIR Bite, ensuring every component is built to perfection. This attention to detail is crucial for the success of every mission. The FENRIR VIX. Unbound the wolf. Unleash Ragnarok. But wait, there's more! Order your FENRIR VIX within the next 20 minutes and we'll throw in an exclusive limited edition VIX sticker at absolutely no extra cost. That's right, a sleek, high-quality sticker featuring the iconic VIX logo, a symbol of power and prestige throughout the galaxy. Stick it on your ship, your helmet, or even your favorite mug. It's the perfect way to show your allegiance to Volsung Industries. The FENRIR VIX is sold as a base model. Components required to build and launch the FENRIR Bite, including but not limited to missile casings, warheads, decoys, and the advanced AI core, are sold separately. Volsung Industries is not responsible for any damage or injury resulting from the improper construction or operation of the FENRIR Bite. Batteries not included.
Volsung Industries. Forged in legend. Built for the future.
Unscathed and providing, I got that wrong. Let's keep going. Point defense. Whoop whoop.
Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how FENRIR Bite works and how I build it. Okay, the first block we start with is a connector and then a merge block. And from there I run a conveyor line straight up the middle, which I add 2 hydrogen tanks to. The important blocks on this are the 2 timer blocks, because they will tell the missile to launch and put thruster override on, and the other one will tell the thrusters to go off of override, disable the override. The event controller is here to lock the connector. So its actions are, once that the gyro that's on top of it is built or added, this missile connector lock will just lock to the ship. We have 5 batteries. An action relay, which is just so the ship can tell this to start the timer blocks. And then we have AI move block and an AI offensive block and an antenna. So this is just the basic core structure of it. So the first timer block on this missile is called launch. I just called it launch. You can call it whatever you want. And its actions are turn on the thrusters, the hydrogen tanks off of stockpile, unlock the connector, and turn off merge block. It also puts thrust override on the forward thrusters. 1, 2, 3. On the 5th bar, I have it starting the search timer block, which is going to turn on the AI blocks. As you can see, the search timer block, its actions are to turn the AI behavior on for the move block and the offensive combat, and it arms the 2 warheads that will be on top. Its also job is to disable the thrust override, which you're going to have to run multiple times. So you have to take all the forward thrusters and for multiple blocks. I overkill it here. It would be nice if Keem were to eventually add it so you could just set the thrust override in a timer block or an event controller, so you could disable it or set it to exactly what you want it to be. That would be great. Next thing we're going to look at is this event controller. So I have this event controller to block added or removed. And this is just here to lock the connector once this is fully built up from the projection. Also a big thing to point out, when you blueprint this, if you would make your own missiles, you want the tanks to be on stockpile. So when those timer blocks go to launch it, turning them off stockpile is one of the things that it does. Next, we're going to just look over, this is the core of Fenrir's Bite, the missile, with thrusters and the warheads. The only thing it's missing is just some armor and the decoys, which aren't necessary for this to function. These are all the functional blocks required for this missile to go and blow up your enemies. Now, sensors set up to detonate the warheads once it gets within a certain distance, which I will show you real quick. So if this gets that close within the sensor field range, it will detonate the warheads. Now, I added these decoys on here just as a last resort to draw enemy fire away from. They don't always work. And this last missile sitting here is if you don't want reverse thrust. You can easily just modify this because it's not needed. It just gives it a little bit more maneuverability. I like the reverse thrust. So it allows it, if it overshoots the target, it can come back and make another pass. I'm going to quickly go over the settings for the AI offensive block on these missiles. So I have it obviously attack enemies, target priority closest, target search interval down to 5 seconds. Pattern is intercept, and the reason for that is intercept. The squid will attempt to intercept the enemy and ram it. You want that on your missile. Target prediction, I like this guidance type because if the target is moving, it's going to try and predict where it's going. And then you want to override collision avoidance. So this just it wants to ram. It's not going to try to dodge the enemy. You want this missile, obviously, its main job of this missile is to ram in and blow up your enemies. So on the AI move block, you want a collision avoidance off already. That other setting on the offensive block would override that though. Speed limit, I maxed that out. Minimum altitude, that can change where you want to use these. I mainly use these missiles in space because they have issues in gravity at times. Well, that's it for the missile overview. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. If you feel I missed anything doing the overview, also mention that in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one.